right, good morning. It's 7:04 on this Monday, September 20th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company. Our guest host today, Larry Tomlinson.
Good morning, everyone. This is Larry Tomlinson, and I'm sitting in for Coleman today. We got an interesting hour for you coming up pretty quick here, and want to remind everybody that the roads are a little wet and damp out there this morning. So be safe as you're driving into work or to school, and watch out for the school buses, and watch out for all the little boys and girls that are standing on the side of the street or the road getting ready to catch that bus. So just be careful as you're out there today. The first portion of our show today would be brought to us, as always, on Mondays by Absolute Kubota. And we have T.R. Kirby with us today. T.R., welcome.
Good morning.
How's everything in your world?
It's doing good.
Good. Talk to us a little bit about Absolute Kubota. What y'all got going on?
We still got 0% financing going on at 1506 West Main Street. Come in, check out your Kubota product, anything from lawnmowers to hay balers. We have them there and able to serve your needs. Just remind everybody, if you're looking at doing a year-end purchase, now would be a good time to start looking at equipment just to make sure we have it there. You seen the struggle it is to get trailers and trucks and stuff. Equipment is a piece of equipment as well that we have to look at getting in. We are receiving product every day, so just come in and see if we can fulfill your needs.
I know that there's been a shortage in people, car dealers, and people being able to get inventory. I'm sure it's been the same way with the tractor end of it too. But what about the ATV line? Have you had problems getting those too?
Those are generally some of our most popular products, and usually as they come in, they're either sold before they get there, or they fly off the shelf quickly. I tell people, if you're looking at that, we might have a couple models there that you can look at and test drive around, but usually they're already sold before they get there. But we do get a lot of those in, and they are one of our most popular products.
I guess as we get toward the end of the year too, especially a lot of your farmers are looking to purchase equipment because they need to get a tax write-off or whatever for the end of the year. And it just puts them in a bind too, not being able to get the equipment they need. So, but you all do have a little inventory on stock.
Yes, sir, we do. If they're needing a hay tool purchase for next year, I think the governor is going through with the Tennessee Ag Enhancement Program with hay tools. We carry a full line of hay tools from disc mowers to round balers and tractors to match them with. So if you're participating in that program, come in and see what we have to offer.
Yeah. Talking about the Ag Enhancement Program, we don't hear a lot about that anymore like we did when it first started, but give a shout out here to former Representative Stratton Bone. He was one of the guys that helped get that program started, and I know it's really helped a lot of people here in Wilson County and our surrounding area. Talking about hay. Now, I know there's been a lot of hay harvested this year, but I guess with the weather being what it has been here in the last month or so, the hay fields are still growing. If people still got some hay to cut out there, I guess.
Yes, sir. Weather cooperating, of course. I still have hay to cut. There's still grass growing out there, and it's been a very plentiful hay season as long as you've allowed yourself that window of time and caught the weather right to get your hay crop in. Mm-hmm. And that makes for a good hay crop and make sure you can get your livestock through the winter well.
Yeah. Now, you guys down at the Kubota store, do you all carry the fertilizer and stuff like, or does Philip and them keep all that up at the other store at the rental place?
No, we carry the full herbicides, fertilizers, seed, all your landscaping supplies down there at the 1506 West Main. We carry the parts and service for the Exmark and Hustler lines down there as well. Mm-hmm. And then we also have a store in Gallatin that services Exmark, Cub Cadet, and Red Max.
So anyone that's interested in, doing their yard maintenance this fall, can come see you all and get the fertilizer and the herbicides that they need and the grass seed and everything to overseed with. So y'all have that there in the store too?
Yes, sir.
On
In
West
stock.
Main Street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, good. Anything else you'd like to talk to us about this morning?
Just remember part sales and service all down there in one building. We strive for an excellent service department, excellent parts department, and excellent sales. We strive on the service after the sale. It's a big thing in our dealership. I'm going to sell you a piece of equipment that's going to bring you years of service, and if you need parts or service for that piece of equipment, we're there to help you out.
Well, there's a lot to be said about the service department too. If you have a piece of equipment and it does go down on you, you need to be able to go to the place and get it serviced. So
Right,
that's good.
correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, good to have you here this morning, and tell all your family I said hello. And it's always good to see you, TR. Appreciate everything you've done for our community.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Thank you. Our guest this morning is Cindy Yehola. And Cindy, welcome.
Hello, how are you today?
Fine. It's good to see you again.
You too.
And we're going to talk about the Wilson County Wilco Powwow, and for this coming up near this weekend.
Yes, it's this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the 25th and 26th.
Yeah. Back in Lebanon.
Back in Lebanon after we left here, I think 1999 was our last year here. And we are moving it back to the James E. Ward Center, Wilson County Fairgrounds, in the Larry Tomlinson Livestock Building.
Oh.
We'll be covered this year.
Well, you be covered. That ought to help out a lot. Yeah, sure will. You know, remember Don, and whenever y'all all put this together, you were just a young lady. And
I was a little bit younger, yes, sir.
you were. And but interesting event, Cindy. And I'm glad to see it back in Lebanon. You know, I know you had a good site down there in Mount Juliet, but it's good to be back here in Lebanon.
Yeah, I think just didn't work out for us down there. The football field where we were having it wanted their field back, so they gave us the opportunity to bring it back here.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Are you excited about it? I know you are.
I'm
Yeah.
excited,
Yeah.
nervous, because it's like a new location all over again, so I'm nervous, and of course I get nervous every year, but I think it's gonna be really good. It's supposed to be beautiful, beautiful weather this
Yeah.
weekend. It's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Now, I know you're anticipating a big show. Do you have anything special this year that you're going to have that we haven't had in the past?
Well, we have an Aztec Dancer group this year, which we've had Aztec Dancers in the past, but it was a small group of family of a father and a wife and 2 children. This year we're going to have a group that's about 8 or 10 Aztec Dancers. So they're going to put on about a 45-minute show before in the morning, and then in the afternoon on Saturday, and then on Sunday morning. It's going to be a good show to see.
Now, for those that, like myself, that really might not know what Aztec dance is it like ceremonial dancing?
The Aztec Dancers are indigenous to the Aztec Indians, which were in South America. So they're bringing their culture up here to show us. You know, they've got the tall headdresses, and they dance sometimes with fire, and it's really interesting to see.
Yeah. And they'll be performing both days?
Yes, they'll be performing both days.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
That's one part of our entertainment. We'll also have a hoop dancer. He's won the Herd Award Hoop Dancing Championship a couple of years ago. And he's from Florida. So that's good to see too. He dances with hoops that people call them hula hoops, but they're not hula hoops. But he dances with like 15 to 18 different hoops, and he makes different designs as he's dancing with these hoops.
There's a lot of Native American history in our state that I think, you know, a lot of us don't really understand, or we don't pay enough attention to. But the Native Americans had a lot to do in Tennessee, didn't they, back in the day?
Tennessee is rich in Native American history. There was all sorts of tribes that were through this area. I know that everybody knows the Cherokees, but there was 5 different tribes that were in this area. The Creeks, the Choctaws. Choctaws were a little more south. But I know the Creeks and the Cherokees and maybe some Shawnee and Yuchi were in this area.
Yuchi. Yeah. Haven't heard that name.
That's one of the tribes that pretty much died out during like the Trail of Tears and after the Europeans came over.
Yeah. Okay.
They intermingled some with the Creeks.
Yeah. Well, right here in Wilson County, what did we have? What was the main tribe here? Or was there more than one?
There was probably more than one. I know the Creeks were up in this area because I received a document one time that even the Cumberland River, George Washington had signed a treaty with the Creeks to use the area through here for Creek Nation. There's probably some Cherokees around through here. Mm-hmm. This area, I think, was probably more of a farming area and hunting area for them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, several tribes were through this area and in this area years ago.
Well, it's about time that we take a break. I believe I see MJ back there nodding her head, so we're going to go to traffic. Remind everyone that you're listening to Coleman and Company on WANT FM 98.9 in Lebanon, Tennessee, and we'll be right back after traffic.
All right. Thanks, Larry. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Bates Ford Lifetime Brake Pad Guarantee. With the purchase of a brake service, replacement brake pads will be provided at no cost for as long as the customer owns a vehicle. Bates Ford, 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Right now, I'm looking at this crash here up against the wall. It's 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. Now, this is just going to add insult to injury to all that traffic flow that's trying to get out of Rutherford County right now. Again, we are looking at it live, and it's slow go out here. Several cars involved up against the wall on 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway trying to get in from Rutherford County. Hey, Gatlinburg Wine Cellar, home of the world-famous cotton candy wine. Log on to GatlinburgWineCellar.com. I'm Commander Chuck, you're on-time traffic.
Caring for a loved one is as natural as the weather. But just like the weather, one moment it's sunny, and the next, you find yourself in the middle of a storm. So when it came time to take care of my dad, I knew I needed help. A reprieve from the storm, so to speak. That's when I found the Pavilion Senior Living. They have expertise and experience to weather the storms in your loved one's life. And now, I can rest easy. Thank you, Pavilion Senior Living. You should visit thepavilionseniorliving.com to find out more.
As the Titans try to win a second consecutive AFC South Division title, every snap
gives Henry around right end to the 5, to the end zone.
Every first down, every touchdown.
Touchdown Titans!
It's all heard here.
Brought to you by Fakes and Hooker, Bates Ford, Steve Mall Plumbing, the Jewelers, and the City of Lebanon Gas in Tennessee. 811, call before you dig.
This is Wilson County's home for real country music and the Tennessee Titans. Real Country 98.9.
Calling all horse lovers. Do you need a new zero turn for your horse farm? Call Absolute Kubota today at 615-449-6171 and ask about their special equine discounts on Exmark mowers. Exmark picked 2-1 over any other brand. Step up to an Exmark at your farm or ranch today so you can get back to what you enjoy. Your horses. Call 615-449-6171 or stop by and see the team at Absolute Kubota at 1325 West Main Street in Lebanon. Exmark, ready to work for you.
Good morning and welcome back into Coleman and Company. It's Larry Tomlinson. I'm sitting in for Coleman. I guess we just say he's on special assignment for the next few days out there doing something. Don't know what it is. My guest is Cindy Yahola. She's at the Wilson County Powwow, and her family has been involved in this event, I guess, since the day it started. And
Almost 40 years.
40 years. I didn't realize it had been that long.
Yep, 40 years.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Don was very instrumental in everything that it was all about the powwow.
Yes, yeah. He wanted this started as a way to educate people in their native culture and traditions.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Native Americans have been, for somewhat, I think, have been looked over, and I've always respected, because they were here.
Yes,
they were here first, and I don't think that I have a great appreciation for them and what that they endured and what they still are today, Cindy. Not necessarily as much around here as out west where the reservations and stuff are at, but they're still don't get the respect that they deserve, I don't think.
They sure don't.
Yeah. But like you said, your family been in doing it for 40 years. How did Don, what got him really wanting to do this?
The best I recall, what he was wanting to do is, because there's not a huge native population in this area anymore because of the Trail of Tears moved everybody out west, he wanted to bring an event out that we were able to share our culture and our traditions and our heritage, just so people could learn about it, because a lot of people think Native Americans are extinct. They think that once the Trail of Tears went through, that they killed off all the natives, and that's nowhere near true. So it's a way to let people know that we're still here and let them see what our culture is like, and to help dispel the stereotypes that people might have of Native Americans from what they've seen on TV. We're not the fantasy that everybody thinks on what they see on TV. And we don't all live in teepees. We are urbanized now, I guess you'd say.
I guess that's right. You know, and hadn't thought about it like that, but that's a very good way of putting it. It really is. Now, the Middle Tennessee area and Wilson County, of course, that's where we're at today, and that's what we want to talk about. But has a lot of tradition with the Native Americans. I know you and I were talking a little bit off air here just now about how the area that we live in was more of I guess could be a fertile farming ground for them, and where they were able to raise their vegetables and stuff, and having the river running through Wilson County like it did, it was a way for them to travel back and forth up and down the river. And did you ever hear Don talk much about that?
He talked about that, and how this was good hunting areas for them to come and store up for the winter and get their hunting meats and stuff, and to cure and hang and keep.
Well, I'm glad that you said that, because that leads us into this about the hunting. I know that there's a lot of folks in our area that have looked for and hunted and collected arrowheads, and some of the best from what I have some friends that do that, and they tell me that some of the best and most expensive arrowheads that you can find have been found here in this area.
Yeah, there's lots of old objects like that people have found. They have found pottery, they found arrowheads, they found spear tips. There's bowls. There's a lot of things that have been found. And then, of course, we have Sellers Mound. Yes. Just right down the street here, a couple of miles.
Yes. If anybody hadn't been out there to see that, that's something to see. Yeah, right off of Linwood Road, I guess it is, isn't it?
It's off of straight down Sparta Pike.
Turn left. Yeah.
Turn left. I don't know the name of that road, but.
Yeah, I think it's Linwood. Yeah, it's not very far down there, right on the creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on the creek down there. Well, tell us about this weekend, what all you got planned.
Well, this weekend we've got the Wilco Powwow, and in case anybody's wanting to know, we had it in Mount Juliet, so it's the former Mount Juliet Powwow, so everybody knows that it's this powwow. It's going to be this weekend at the Wilson County Fairgrounds in the livestock area. We're going to be under a covered arena, so we won't have that heat bearing down on us that we've had for several years, and it's going to be cooler by about 20 degrees than what we've experienced, so that's going to help. But we're going to have arts and crafts there. We're going to have Native American food, buffalo burgers, fry bread, Indian tacos, maybe even some mutton stew from the Navajo lady that's coming. It's just going to be a good educational event. It's a good experience to see. The gates will open both days at 10:30, and then we'll have the grand entry on Saturday at noon and at 6, and at Sunday on 1. And the grand entry is when all the dancers they parade in to the dance arena. And that's a beautiful sight to see. I mean, they're coming into the drums and they're dancing. And then we'll have, it starts off with that and the memorial song. And then we also always honor the veterans right at grand entry time, every grand entry. And we just want to recognize and thank all veterans for the service that they've done.
Well, thank you for doing that. Now, like you said, it's going to be over in the area, in the livestock area there underneath the big arena. And all that area over around in there pretty much is paved, with the exception a little bit to the west side of it. And if the weather holds out, there'll be plenty of parking. People don't have to worry about getting stuck or anything like that. They can park. And there is a cost to get in.
Yes, there is a cost. Adults are $10. That's age 13 and up. Children ages 6 to 12 are $5, and 5 and under is free.
5 and under is free. Well, this is a great opportunity for any of our listeners out there this morning that have young children, or even themselves that are interested in about what our Native American culture has been like and what it was, the impact that it had on Wilson County here, and the tribes that were traveling through here. This is a good opportunity for them to come out and just see firsthand what was really going on and what it might have been like back in the day.
Yes, it's a great opportunity to learn. And if you have questions, the dancers and stuff don't mind asking questions. And also remember, you can take pictures, but always ask them before you take their picture. But they're always willing to talk to people and explain what their regalia is about or what their history is, because we have tribes that are represented from all over the country.
Well, that's a good question. I'm glad you brought that up too. So we're looking at folks that's coming in here from all over the country.
Yes, and Canada.
And Canada, okay. Yeah. Now, what would a tribe out of Canada be?
Well, I know my one of my judges that's coming out. He's Métis from Canada.
Métis. Okay.
And then I don't know who all might come, but like in Canada, there's Cree and Métis, and I'm not familiar with all the tribes in Canada, but I do know those two names.
Yeah. So you'll have people, I guess, here from Oklahoma, Nebraska. And
you just never know where they're going to come from, but they're going to be coming.
So you just put the word out there that you're having this, and they'll come in.
They'll come in because they're competing for prize money in their traditional dance categories. In the drum contest, they're competing for their traditional singing contest.
Do you have any sponsors that you want to recognize this morning, or anybody that's helping you with this?
Well, Middle Tennessee Electric gave us a grant, and then we did a promotion doing a Friends of the Powwow, and we had 10 people sign up for that.
Good.
So we were always looking for like title sponsors and stuff like that. And in the 40 years we've done it, we've never quite been able to get that kind of sponsorship. But we're hoping maybe bringing it back to Lebanon now that we'll be able to get some good sponsorship so we can keep this event going.
Well, just, you all have persevered over all these years and just never have given up on having it.
Just not giving up.
And that speaks well for everybody that's involved in this. Anybody in particular that's helping you? You like to recognize any family members?
Well, my family always helps, which was my daddy's sisters, Sarah and Mary Helen and Susie. They're always there to help us. And then I've got a couple of friends, Leonard Allison, everybody knows him as Biggin, and Ashley Wagner, Sarah Majecki, and that's just a few of the people that are helping us. And we got a very small committee.
Okay. And once again, let's give the dates. It starts Friday.
No, Friday is setup day.
Friday's setup day.
It's Saturday and Sunday, the 25th and 26th.
Okay. And go over the cost again.
The cost for adults is $10. Children are $5, and 5 and under are free.
Okay. Do you have a phone number that anybody could call if they were interested in, had any questions?
We have an information line. They can call 615-443-1537. We have a website that's wilcopowwow.com, and we also have a Wilco Powwow Facebook page that's got lots of information.
Yeah. But T-shirts, all kind of things like that will be on sale this weekend. Anybody looking for something like that, a keepsake,
Yeah, we got official T-shirts. I only ordered 100 because of cost, of course. And already people are starting to say, hey, I want one. So if you want a shirt, they're very awesome. And I've only got now like 90 left.
Really?
That's not been called for.
Yeah. Well, Cindy, it's so good to have you here again this morning, and I know your family have been friends of mine for a long, long time, and I really appreciate y'all doing this. And
Well, thank you.
like I say, I really think the Native American people have a special place in my heart because of everything that they've endured over the years. And I'd like to encourage everybody to get out there this weekend to the Ward Ag Center and be a part of this, see all the culture and everything that we have as far as the Native Americans go. And I think a lot of people don't realize the importance and the part that they played in Wilson County over the years.
Right.
And, because we all, I guess everybody knows about the Trail of Tears and everything like that, but there was a lot more to Wilson County and the Native Americans than just the Trail of Tears.
That's right.
You close us out here and give us those dates and times again and the cost so everybody can be sure.
September 25th and 26th at the Ward Ag Center. Adults ages 13 and up will be $10. Children ages 6 to 12 will be $5. 5 and under are free. And just a special note, it's cash only admission because we don't have the ability to take cards.
Okay. Well, I guess it's been Cindy Yahola this morning, and thank you, Cindy, for being here. And I hope the weather cooperates this weekend, but at least you're gonna be under the cover, and that'll definitely help you out a little bit.
That'll help a lot, and thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. You're listening to Coleman Company, WANT 98.9, Lebanon, Tennessee. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Larry. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank Absolute Kubota, fully staffed service center and parts department. Most of their minor services can be done the same day. Servicing Exmark, Kubota, Land Pride, Red Max, and Billy Goat, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. EMS just got here on the scene of this wreck that's causing a mess for folks trying to get out of Rutherford County on 24 westbound and Hickory Hollow Parkway. It happened here in Davidson County. The traffic is a mess as we check it out live. You got fire EMS blocking the 2 left lanes. That's 24 westbound and Hickory Hollow Parkway, starting to slow down at times. They're coming inbound on Vietnam Vets out of Hendersonville. Hey, Gatlinburg Wine Cellar, home of the world famous cotton candy wine. Check it out at GatlinburgWineCellar.com. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Do you know why Rocky Williams Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Mount Juliet sells so many cars, trucks, SUVs, and muscle cars? Well, it all starts with a simple idea. Why not give everyone a hassle-free shopping experience for their new or used vehicle with no haggling, no negotiating, and no runaround? Every vehicle on the Rocky Williams lot is marked down incredibly low with the price posted on the window. You're treated with fairness and respect every time. No pressure, just a friendly, warm, inviting staff dedicated to finding the exact vehicle you need. So Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has become the original no-haggle, one-price dealer. Go online to rockywilliams.com to see the incredible deals yourself. Every car and truck is listed with a no-haggle low price. This is for real, and you're gonna love it. People drive for miles to get some of the lowest prices in America on their new or used cars or trucks. Go to rockywilliams.com or come on over to our brand new spacious dealership next to Walmart in Mount Juliet.
Hey, TP.
Yeah, JB?
You ready?
For Friday Night Lights, you better believe it. Join us on the Fakes and Hooker Scoreboard Show every Friday night after the Lebanon High football game. We'll have all the scores for you and even post-game interviews with all of your Wilson County coaches.
Thank you to our sponsors, Designers Carpet, Fakes and Hooker, Lebanon Appliance, Palometto's Insurance, Sammy B's Restaurant, and Kenny Salas and the hometown team with Keller Williams Realty.
It's the Fakes and Hooker Scoreboard Show with John Boyce and Trenton Perry, right here on WANT 98.9 FM.
Hi, this is Rick Wittrig. Do you have projects that need painting? Well, why paint when the Powder Coat Art Company will beautifully powder coat your project with a tough, durable, baked-on finish? We have options for commercial, residential, automotive, off-road, and motorcycle parts. See us on Facebook or Instagram, or for a quote, go online at powdercoatart.com or come see us at 1746 Sparta Pike in Lebanon.
Hi everybody, this is Tommy Bryan, and along with my color commentator Bob Lee, we'll be bringing you Cumberland University football right here on WANT and WCOR. Saturday, September 25, Cumberland hosts Florida Memorial. Kickoff is at 1:30. Cumberland football right here on WANT and WCOR Lebanon.
To kick off the work week, temperatures will top out near 80 degrees with scattered showers in the area. For your Tuesday, more hit or miss showers are in the forecast along with highs in the low 80s. On Wednesday, skies will be partly cloudy with a slight chance of rain. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm meteorologist T.J. Scott.
Good morning. Welcome back into Coleman and Company here on WANT 98.9 on a little dreary morning out there, but it's going to be a good day today. We got second half of our show this morning is sponsored by Rocky Williams, Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth, I guess it is.
Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram.
Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram.
Of Mount Juliet.
You know, we don't, Billy Mullinax is here with us again today, as he usually always is. Billy, we don't talk a lot about the Jeeps. I see more and more Jeeps on the road.
There's a lot of Jeeps. That's really our number one product that we sell is Jeep products. They make a great product, coming out with a new Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer. I actually got to see a Grand Wagoneer, kind of, if you will, in person last Thursday. One of the Chrysler people brought one by, and they are an awesome vehicle.
I've been reading a little bit about those, and I didn't know for sure when they were coming out. But now I know they're not going to be cheap. But down at your place, they just go in there and whatever they say the sticker is what they're going to pay for.
Yeah, it's one price, and it doesn't matter who you are. Well, I kid Coleman all the time. He bought a vehicle from us a few years ago, and as good of friends as I am with Coleman, he still paid exactly the same price that everybody else would have paid. We start and finish with our great low, no haggle price, where everybody gets the same price. We price our cars and not our customers.
Mm-hmm. The Wagoneer that we're talking about in the Jeep line, for those of us that can remember back in the day whenever they were out there, everybody wanted one of them.
Yep.
They were collector's items back in the day, and still are, I guess. But are they similar to what they looked like back during that time?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really, other than they're a third row seat vehicle. But they're quite a bit different. Quite a bit different than what they were back in the 70s, but they are a beautiful vehicle. We can order them right now for anybody that wants one of those, and we do have actually 2 or 3 of them on order for people right now. So they'll be hopefully coming in the next next little bit.
Well, are they like the rest of the automotive industry now? They having trouble getting chips for them too, and everything?
We are for all of our brands, and our new car inventory is very low, like everybody's is right now. But we do have vehicles that are coming in routinely, and then a lot of people are just electing during this time just to order a vehicle. We've got a lot of people that have ordered, and that kind of expedites things somewhat in the Chrysler system when we put a customer's name on it. So that's a good alternative. If you can wait and you don't have to have something today, you can order and get exactly what you want.
A lot of Dodge trucks on the road today.
Well, they're a great truck, Larry, and the Ram truck. They've won the Motor Trend Truck of the Year 6 out of the last 10 years, and 3 times won it back to back, which nobody else has ever even done. Never won it back to back. So if you have not seen one of the new Ram trucks in the last couple of years, you ought to come out and just take a look at them. They are absolutely phenomenal. The Ram truck actually won the luxury vehicle of the year Of course, these things, they're not your granddaddy's truck anymore. They've got the heated and cooled seats and the adaptive cruise control and blind spot and surround view cameras, and you just about name it. And these Ram trucks, you can get it as an option on them, and they're really, really nice.
Anything else you want to say about Rocky Williams before we close out today?
Well, something we've got to say, we always do say, is that most people, Larry, start on our website, and that website is www.rockywilliams.com, and we always say you might see your neighbor there.
Very well could. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Billy Mullinax, Bigley, thank you for being here, and
Thank
Rocky
you.
Williams for being a sponsor. We're going to move right into our next guest, and that'd be Mayor Randall Hutto. Mayor Hutto, how are you?
Good. Morning, Mr. Larry. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm glad to be upright.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That is
sir.
a good thing.
And I
Yes,
know
sir.
you've got a legal pad full of notes there, so let's get into what's going on with the Wilson County government.
Well, okay. I appreciate that and enjoy being with you this morning. We lost a good man this last month, and Steve Lynch. That was our assistant road superintendent, and sure want to remember his family during this time. And as we look forward to the commission meeting tonight, Teresa Bush and her group that have worked on televising the broadcast will have their permanent cameras up tonight, thanks to the county commission. So that will be up and going. So we look forward to that for people to be able to view it online if they'd like to, or on TV.
What's the website that they need to go to look at that?
The website on that would be, they could go to our website at wilsoncountytn.gov and find it on there really easy, or channel 99, on AT&T, 198 on Comcast. But that is really a good service that they are providing for there. And she does a lot of other good things of broadcasting stuff that's out, in the community today.
She's still working with the Wilson Central Group. Are they helping her?
I think she does. She does have several different groups that she works with there with the schools. Wilson Central definitely is one of them. Tonight's commission meeting, Commissioner Patton will have the prayer and the pledge for tonight. We do have a consent agenda where we set a speed limit on the Greenville Road at 35 miles per hour. There will be 2 public hearings tonight on properties located 101 Couchville Pike, 75 Couchville Pike, 151 Couchville Pike, and 3266 Macquarie Road. The public hearing will be also a second one, an amendment to the Wilson County zoning resolution to add language requiring additional information to be submitted regarding specific father's part of a property if they want to advance a property when the application of rezoning of the property is made. So in other words, they will ask them to do some further investigations on properties instead of just passing it without having like zoning and or codes work done on that. Special recognition tonight, they will have Commissioner Diane Weathers for the Wilson Central School FFA, success stories of accomplishments there of its members in competition. Second will be Commissioner Sonia Robinson to honor the Wilson Central High School senior cadets Jacob Armstead and Alec Jakowski for their heroic efforts during the Hickman County flood. We do have 3 vacancies that the commission could act on tonight, meaning that we have Cindy Bannock, of course, that has resigned her seat as the Commissioner District 2nd. Number 2, from her seat effective September the 3rd is when she resigned, and so the commission tonight could declare that seat vacant, and then when they do that, then they have 120 days to fill that seat. So they could either, would advertise it for 30 days, of course, and go through the procedure there that I'll explain in a minute. So they could either appoint somebody on October the 18th or November the 15th meeting, but they must have it done by December the 20th to fill her vacancy there. But they'll declare it declare it vacant tonight to begin with, if they choose to do so. And that person, of course, would serve until the August 31st, 2022, when they'll have a new election, of course, on August the 4th that year. The next vacancy is Wilson County School Board member that could be declared, Mr. Jonathan White, who submitted his letter of resignation effective immediately to Mr. Larry Thompson, yourself, School Board Chairman. The County Commission could do the same here by declaring the seat vacant this month, and then, of course, as well, they could do it on the 18th of October, 15th of November, or December 20th. The individual selected by the Commission will serve until the next general election, and then that person that's elected there will serve until September 1st, 2022, of course, and then the person elected would serve out the remaining term of August 31st, 2024. And then the last one that they could declare vacant tonight would be Judge Haywood Berry, that has decided to retire on December the 31st of 2022. We have checked with our county attorney, and they could go ahead and declare that one, I keep saying surplus, declare that one vacant. That way there's a process they got to go through in order to get the judge reappointed, several different things on the clearinghouse, but they could do that. That way that judge could take over in January 1st, and we wouldn't miss anything on the docket.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground so far with Mayor Hutto here, Wilson County Mayor. It's time for a break with MJ and traffic and everything else that she has to get taken care of, pay the bills here on WANT this morning.
Thanks, Larry. Let's see what's happening. It's all brought to you by Absolute Kubota, fully staffed service center and parts department. Most of their minor services can be done the same day, servicing Exmark, Kubota, Land Pride, Red Max, and Billy Goat, 1506 West Main. Now with traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. THP in the process of moving these damaged vehicles, but right now it's got traffic crazy slow as we check it out live here on 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway. All that traffic flow trying to get in from Davidson County right now. It's just a mess. Again, that's 24 westbound at Hickory Hollow Parkway, 1300 block of Rural Hill Road, 65 south between OHB and Briley Parkway. A wreck being dispatched there in Madison. Princess Hot Chicken is now open inside the Assembly Food Hall near the National Museum of African American Music on Broadway. Order online today at princesshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tommy Bryan. Join me, Bob Lee, Terry Stafford, and Joe Gardner as we bring you Lebanon High football live every Friday night right here on WANT and WCOR throughout this 2021 season. Lebanon travels to Lincoln County to take on the Falcons Friday, September 24. Don't forget Blue Devil football on WANT WCOR Lebanon.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on a compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Tired of searching online for your latest listings only to find that they are already sold? Did you know that you can hire a realtor to help you find your home of your dreams at no cost to you? Call A.G. & Johnson today to learn about the process of finding your new home. Connect with one of our community trusted agents that know at Wilson County and specialize in helping families find their forever home. Visit agandjohnson.com or call us at 444-0909. Voted best real estate company in Wilson County. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome back to Coleman and Company. This is Larry Tomlinson sitting in for Coleman, who is vacationing out there somewhere or another in this great country of ours. And our guest today is Wilson County Mayor Randall Hutto. And I know Mayor Hutto has a lot for us to talk about. So let's get right into what you got, Randall.
So, we talked about those 3 vacancies there with Ms. Cindy Bannock, District Commissioner, 2, Jonathan White, School Board Member for you, and then Judge Haywood Berry. If the county commission tonight chooses to declare them as a vacancy, then the process will be we will do some newspaper articles to kind of make sure everybody knows about it. And the process goes as follows. On that night that they choose to reappoint this person, and we do this because when the public can't get together and have a general election, then they allow the people that they have elected, the 25 commissioners, to appoint somebody until the next election can happen. So that's what these 3 will be done. They will have on that particular night we'll go out of session and let people from the audience submit names to the county commission. They will hear those names, and then we'll close public comment. Once we do that, then only the names that the county commissioners submit to be voted on will be voted on. There may be some names that will be mentioned by the public that will not get voted on. It's just the ones that the county commissioners vote to submit to be voted on. So once they submit those names to be voted on for, let's say, District 2 commissioner, need to be a registered voter within that district, then that person will have a chance, or those people will have a chance to address the county commission for 35 minutes, just to kind of tell them why they want the job, and then we'll vote. And the one that has 13 votes or better will be the one that will be appointed, and of course we would swear them in at that particular time, and they would take office. So that is that procedure. We'll just see tonight what route they decide to go. Tonight is also a big night because we have other appointments that always happen in September. They will select a commission chairperson, commissioner chairperson pro tem. They'll elect 4 budget members tonight and 4 finance members tonight. There are 4 ethics members that I have asked to be reappointed: Commissioner Terry Ash, Commissioner Mike Justice, Commissioner Chris Dow, along to serve with Mr. Earl Ray. The Wilson County Water and Wastewater Authority is asked to reappoint Mr. Jeff Joins for a 5-year term there, as suggested by their Executive Director, Chris Luber. We will also make a reappointment of Mr. Chris Corley to the Parks and Recreation Board, which really requires no vote on them because it's just an advisory committee. Resolutions tonight, they will submit a request to have the state law to name a stretch of road on Canesville Road after Mr. Brent Bishop, which was killed out there after a prom one night, and his family has come to me and said, hey, we would like to have that done. That's a state road. So I talked to Senator Pody. He said, if you will submit a resolution to the state, then we'll go through our process about having that done. So the Road Commission last month also did that as well. Then there'll be appropriation for courtroom security to fund some juvenile services. That is to record some key fob and some camera system there in the juvenile services door. There'll be a line item transfer in the Ag Center Fund 124 to help balance their budget. Additional appropriation to the county mayor's office. Mr. Jim Kittle in our office is retiring after 29 years of service as our ADA coordinator, so we wish him well, but he's ready to go play in the cabin and do a little bit of work, and so we understand that. So we're in the process right now. We had posted that job for 30 days, and we're on the second round of interviews as we speak on that one. Appropriation for the general fund to the library to meet maintenance of effort will be another resolution. Appropriation of funds for the Veterans Reserve Fund account to the Veteran Services for contracted services there. There'll be 2 Board of Education amendments that will come before us tonight. That kind of concludes the County Commission meeting. Just to kind of give you an update on some things that have been going on. The Redistricting Committee has met at least twice, and they're working on that, and so we look forward to them finishing the redistricting where the population, of course, was just counted again in 2020. The Fred's building is almost ready for the Election Commission to have a new home. We should see that hopefully by the end of the month. And Public Works Committee has sent a resolution to the Budget Committee to talk about declaring the old Election Commission surplus, so we would sell it at that time, and we'll talk about the process of how we will go through that, but probably would post it for 30 days and maybe take sealed bids, but we'll let the Budget Committee decide that, and the Public Works Committee meet again to decide all those arrangements. We are moving forward with the construction of the Agricultural Learning Center, as you well know, and the Tennessee Made Product Building at the James E. Ward Ag Center from the $5 million appropriation from the state to Wilson County Promotions on the Ag Center. We're moving forward as well with 2 WEMA stations in Mount Juliet. Our bids are in, and we'll be meeting with Public Works Committee in the next couple of weeks to determine our next steps there. We did get approval for the first part of our FEMA money, finally, from the March 3rd tornadoes. You wouldn't think it would take so long, but it has. First amount came in at $750,578.89. We should receive that check soon. The second part was they turned us down, so we appealed it. It's $216,158.82, and so we did appeal that. They kind of had a little bit of discrepancy on the amount of money we were paying to have our white goods dumped. So we tried to explain to them why that figure was so high, and so we hope to hear back from that pretty soon. And of course, Miss Sarah Davenport is back in our office working, and we're glad to have her back on staff, and I know Brooke is glad to have her back as well. So they'll be working, of course, this week to on second round interviews, as I said, to replace Jim when his time comes up. And speaking of Sarah, she wanted to make sure that I did make a plug that we are doing the Governor's Volunteer Stars again. We're now accepting nominations for the 2021 Governor Volunteer Stars Award for both the adult and youth volunteers. So if you know of somebody out there that is doing some good work volunteering, please just call our office and she can guide you and help you get in there on that one. The Governor Volunteer Stars Award is an initiative from the Volunteer Tennessee that state, of course, it seeks to recognize outstanding volunteers from each of the Tennessee 95 counties. It's in its 14th year right now, and of course, we have been involved in this program for the last 11 years, believe it or not. So it is unique. But if you need any information on that, you can visit our website at www.wilsoncountytn.gov. Nominations have to be in by Friday, November the 5th of this year, 2021. But, or you can call Sarah Davenport in our office at 615-444-1383.
Well, it seems like that you've gone over a lot of things that will be on your agenda tonight, but it doesn't seem like there's anything on there that should be very controversial at all. You should have a relatively good meeting there tonight. You never know, though.
Never know, and you know, you always there may be different things for them to talk about. They get together once a month, and so over the month, sometimes things may come up under new business or whatever. But we hope for a good meeting. It will be a long meeting simply because of we got 3 recognitions. We've got 2 public hearings. We've got the elections there, which take a while normally. So it will be a relatively long night.
Yeah, well, it should move along very, very quickly. Hopefully it will. But like I say, you never know about those things. Want to congratulate Jim upon his retirement.
Yes.
And he's been a valuable asset to your office over all these years, and even whenever Mayor Dedman was there. And
I tell
did
the
a
story.
good job.
Yeah, I tell the story about Jim. Jim is kind of like if you're an Andy Griffith fan. And you go back and you remember when Wally fired Gomer, you know, and he went over to Andy's house and was fixing stuff outside, and, you know, they finally brought him back. But, you know, Gomer was kind of he was the people, everybody came to see Gomer at Wally's place, you know, and that's the way it is at our place. Everybody comes by to see Jim, and Jim has a world of knowledge as well from all the years he's been there. So when we would get stumped on something after Rachel left, then, you know, Jim would be our go-to guy, and he was our go-to guy then as well. But, you know, a lot of people come by and talk about fishing and hunting, but he does a tremendous job there with several different things. He not only did the ADA stuff, but he helped the ladies out in the office answer the phone. He did all the POs and stuff for Robert, ordered all of our supplies there for our maintenance folks, did our popper barrels request as well. And then, you know, he's landed 2 $500,000 home grants that he's initiated to get people some homes, which was good. And, you know, just a lot of other things that are out there that he did. So it's hard to replace somebody with that kind of experience, but somebody that touched so many different things.
Well, I know you're glad that Sarah's back, still with you.
Yeah, we are. You know, we were, you know, we understood she, you know, her move was really about making the best thing for her family. It was so that she could maybe be off when the kids were off with COVID and everything. But you know, that just didn't fill her bucket, and so she come back, and we're working with her. And yeah, and you know, she'd been with us so long, she was kind of like Jim, you know, and that a lot of things just run because she knew how to take care of things. So we are happy that she is back, and that makes our office complete again.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear that. I didn't know she was back.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
She's a very smart, fine young lady.
She sure is.
Yeah. You know, the first impression people get of your office or your business is the one that they talk to on the beginning. Sarah does a great job.
You know, both. Yeah, her and Brooke both. You know, I think that is important. That they always said when I was in the school business that the secretary was the face of the school, and you know, when you came in there, but how you got treated there is what people normally thought about the school, and it's the same way in our office as well. Yeah.
You talked a little bit about planning and zoning there. I know every month is with everything that's going on in Wilson County, you have more and more planning and zoning stuff. And I know for the commissioners that represent some of those areas where it's so hot at, it's not an easy task for them.
It's not, and that was kind of what the resolution I talked about today, and I probably didn't explain it very well, but a lot of times they would come in there on rezoning, and that would go before the commission, and the commission would say, well, they would want to know a few more details about what was going on, and we wasn't requiring that, and so this resolution will kind of require that, so they'll know that, you know, if they do declare this as a rezoning and change it, they'll have some more facts that will go in their bucket as they try to make that decision. So planning and zoning has been really a barrel of stuff lately. Tom Brashears, of course, is handling all that, and he's handled it well. But with all the movement going on here, people wanting to build and buy and rezone and develop stuff, it has really been a challenge, probably more so than ever I can remember. And but they're working hard to make that happen.
Our guest has been Wilson County Mayor Randall Hutto. Mayor Hutto, thank you for being here. Appreciate the job you do.
Yes, sir.
And all the good things that's going on in Wilson County. And I'd like to remind everyone that you've been in tune to Coleman and Company. It's Larry Tomlinson, and I've had the pleasure of serving here for Coleman in his place today, and hope you've enjoyed our show, and would remind you that to have a great day today, and don't forget to tell the people that are around you and close to you that you love them.